Hi, Frank and Jess. Good morning. Talk about the spirit of the Ukrainian people. I want to give you a sense of what's happening on the ground. We're trying to show you different aspects of civilian life here in Lviv. You see the beautiful churches behind me. That's what they're known for. Let's step over here and show you the presence of these steel hedgehogs, which are made by volunteers, for the way, the intent to disable Russian tanks. And these are all over the country. They got the sandbags over there. Don't go too far to the right. We have Ukrainian military in the distance, and they're very sensitive about being on camera. So we're trying to avoid that. But did want to give you a sense of what this looks like, because you see this throughout the entire city of Lviv, even though there hasn't been any major presence of Russian troops in this region. There have been bombings, which have put people on edge. I also want to show you, we talked about, the spirit of these people. Thousands of civilians nationwide are now lining up to fight, even though they have no military experience. Watch this. Standing at attention. They are a new kind of soldier, Ukrainian men and women training by the thousands to take up arms. Why are you doing this?
Because I live here, also my family live here. I need to protect my family in case the Russian army comes to Lviv.
This 44-year-old father is a hotel service worker who loves his country.
In case that we will very hard time here, maybe I will know how to save people's lives.
Andrew's not alone. Training courses like this one, which include survival skills, have been inundated with days-long waits, and big lines have gathered outside ammo stores daily before they even open. Plus, an interesting new use for breweries. During wartime, the sale of alcohol is banned throughout the country. So one brewery that used to sell beer got creative and decided to join the fight against Russia by making Molotov cocktails instead.
The guys started to produce the cocktails, and they produced and produced. In 3 days we made more than 2,000 to support the Ukrainian army, to support the defense forces, just to stop this war and stop the deaths of people, of our kids.
Meanwhile, the mayor of Lviv's wife has been working with displaced children and pregnant women in the school she helped build. She likes to refer to them as pilgrims, not refugees. She says Ukrainians are one body, one soul, and she'll support anyone who opts to stay in Lviv, where it's safer than the east, yet still on Ukrainian soil.
So her main goal here is to show people respect so that they can feel as human beings.
We open to everybody who come here, and everybody can find love and hope and help. Welcome to Lviv.
And that was the First Lady of Lviv. She is just absolutely a gem of a human, has done so much to help others. And right now, speaking of which, many have reached out and said, how can we help? What can we do from afar? Because they feel helpless watching these images and not being able to do anything. Well, this is a list of vetted organizations, some of which are on the ground here in Lviv and in Ukraine. You can see Come Back Alive. They support military and their families. Plast, Ukrainian Scout organization, supports military families, or the military with supplies. Children of War Foundation, we've been reporting on. They provide life-saving surgeries for children and also supplies for hospitals. And Aerial Recovery Group, they actually come in and they rescue orphans. And earlier today, I met a really amazing guy from Los Angeles who was originally from Ukraine. He was adopted here at 15 years old, moved to the States, and he has now come back to help rescue orphans from the same orphanages where he once was. So we'll have more on that coming up tomorrow. For now, Frank and Jess, I'll send it back to you.
Christina, it's remarkable how the people are standing to defend their country, people who've probably never held a gun before. Yesterday, President Biden talked about the transfer of many arms and weapons systems to Ukraine, including things like shotguns and rifles. Do you know, is there a sense that these people, once they are trained up, do they actually have access to weapons?
That's a great question, Frank. I don't know if they would have access to the ones that Biden has approved. That's something I definitely will look into because I'm super curious about that now. But in terms of access to weapons, I know that a lot of them, if they already don't have them, it may be hard to get because they only sell ammo at this point throughout the city.
And Christina, you gave a list of places that people can go to help, to donate. When you're talking to the people in Ukraine, what is it that they're asking for when they ask the world for help and they look to other nations? What is it that they need the most?
They're just so grateful that media is here bringing attention to what is happening, and they tell me that over and over again. They are getting a lot of supplies. I've mentioned before there are some supplies that people are sending that maybe organizations don't need, so it's just important if you're going to send something to check with the organization first, say, is this something you need? Maybe there's specific sizes they're seeking, if it's clothing, for example. But all the organizations that I mentioned in this report, we're also putting this on our website, ktla.com, so you can contact them directly to find out what is most needed currently, because it's also fluid. It's always changing
Right.
As they have supply shortages and other things like that.
Well, you're doing an outstanding job of getting that story across, and we appreciate your hard work, Christina. Thank you.
Stay
Thank you.
safe.